Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you're connecting from. Thank you very much for being here. If you are here live, let me know that you're here by dropping a hello, hi in the chat. It's always good to know that you're joining me. And if you're watching the replay, thank you very much for coming back and listening to today's conversation. This is Live with Style to Impact. I'm testing out different intros. Let me know what you think about my intros. I'm really trying to find one that really goes with my vibes. So, thank you all very much for joining me. I appreciate you being here. I like to start off these conversations with a wellness checking. It's for me, it's a moment where we pause and reflect on how we're feeling. And of course, thinking about ways in which we can um, um, assess the situation or assess how we're feeling, and of course, getting an idea as to what do we need to intentionally show up for ourselves. So let me know in the chat. I see a couple people here, so thank you very much for joining me. Let me know in the chat, how are you feeling today? It's quite gloomy and gray and cold here in Atlanta. And so for me, the thing that I needed to intentionally show up for myself is a nice cup of tea. Tea is my jam. I don't have a preference when it comes to tea. I like to experiment with different flavors. Um, but yeah, that's what I needed to intentionally show up for myself today. And so you can tell me, what do you need to intentionally show up for yourself today? And of course, how can I support you along the way? If you're new to this space, I'm Salida Roberts. I'm the founder of Style to Impact. And I truly believe that representation is not just how getting a seat at the table or being in the room. It's also how you show up. And it's really this belief that drives the work that I do as an image stylist, which is to help develop and create personalized style for women who are ready to change the world, lead successful businesses. And finally, this is very much so part of what I do, is to really feel confident and fierce on the outside, just as you do on the inside. So if that's you, let's connect. Today's conversation, I wanted to dive into the idea of how can you incorporate your personal style in your daily routine to be able to increase your confidence, your credibility, and of course your impact. And one of the things that challenges that I hear from clients whenever I'm working with them, it's always this thing on, I don't have enough time. Like, so many things are happening in your life right now, right? There are different things that you're doing, focusing on growing your business, focusing on getting sending out a resume, or maybe preparing for an interview, getting your kids ready for school, managing your household. Like, there's so many things and responsibilities that you have that I find my clients will say, oh, I don't have the time to really focus and be intentional about what I wear. And sometimes that time that we're looking for, we always think that, okay, if I need to dress better, I need to allot at least 30 minutes, and that's 30 minutes I don't have. Really and truly, you don't need 30 minutes. And I'm going to share with you, how can you incorporate showing up and dressing in a way that reflects you, a way that allows you to feel confident, a way that communicate your level of expertise, a way that allows you to have more impact in your personal and professional goals, right? Take you beyond where you are right now. And so think about time in terms of not the amount of time that you spend getting dressed, but how can you be use the time that you have, if that's 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever amount of time that you have, to be more intentional about getting dressed and what you're wearing and how you're showing up. And so the first step that you need to take whenever you're looking to incorporate your personal style in your routine is really to assess your personal style. This might sound quite simple, but what I mean by assessing your personal style is Getting clear on what your personal style is. Sometimes the reason why getting dressed may seem as, this momentous occasion, like it takes a lot, is because you're, or the frustration that comes up for you, or feeling, anxious and not knowing what to wear, is because you're not clear on what your personal style is. So getting clear on what that is, um, helps you to alleviate some of the stresses in the morning, right? And when you think about your personal style, I want you to think about it in terms of, instead of looking at what are the trends, what are other people wearing, Googling the 10 things that you need, like you must have in your closet. Like, no, step away from that and get to know yourself. Get to know who you are in this stage of your life. And of course, how do you want to show up in this stage of your life for the goals that you have, your personal goals, your professional goals? What does that mean? What are some things, or pieces that you're most comfortable wearing? Right. And one of the things that I've encountered working with my clients is like they'll say to me, okay, I'm not someone who's into wearing heels anymore, right? We all have spent so much time working from home and not going out into the world, that for some of you, heels may be something that you no longer wear, right? And I've had clients who say that heels is not something that I'm comfortable wearing anymore. But when they go into their closet, that's the type of shoes that's in their closet, right? It's just heels. So getting dressed in the morning and making your style part of your daily routine of how you show up, and how and allowing it to impact your confidence and your creativity and your credibility. If the clothes in your closet is not reflective of who you are in this stage of your life, and also your lifestyle activities, right? What are the things that you're doing? How are you showing up in your business and career, right? What does that look like? And making sure that you have those pieces that is reflective of who you are, and how and the business or career that you're in, right? And being comfortable, understanding, like, when we say, like, what is your comfort level? What feels comfortable on you? What feels like you're excited to wear, right? I had a client recently who we were working on, during she booked a wardrobe revamp, which basically, a wardrobe revamp, what I do is to look at where you are right now with your style, and where is it you want to go, how do you want to feel in your clothes, and look at putting together outfits for you, so that you have those predetermined outfits, making, getting dressed in the morning easier, as well as what are some of the pieces that we need to fill the gap, to be able to create the outfits, make you feel great in the things that you wear. And so we worked on how is it she wants to show up in the world, and what is it that she wants to wear. Now, my client was someone who was a professor. She, went to campus, uh, did, training courses, teaching college students, in her particular profession. But she's no longer doing that. And she's pivoting to more of managing her business within the wellness space, and being able to empower her clients in stepping into who they are, and just removing all the barriers and the frustration of thinking they need to be someone else, and creating a sense of ease and flow in their life. And so she wanted her personal style to also reflect that, because that's where she was in her life. That's where she is in this stage of her life, wanting that ease and flow, wanted to wear clothes that's comfortable. And I remember one of the things that she said to me is that I'd recommended some flats, and it had straps, like it was a Birkenstock, and it was like the strappy ones. And she's like, I love that, I love the color, but that's not where I'm at in my life right now. I don't want to, it may sound like I'm being extra, but I really don't want to take the time to strap some shoes on. I just want to have my shoes there, put my foot in, and go. And so we looked at different types of shoes that fit into her comfort level, that makes it exciting for her to get dressed. And so that may be when you're thinking about your personal style, is looking at it from that lens. Who are you right now? And what are some pieces of clothing that's going to allow you to get dressed with ease, that it doesn't feel like you have to do too much? And it's okay to say, I don't want this, right? And this particular style no longer works for me because I don't want to have to do so many, take so many different steps whenever I'm getting dressed. It's okay, right? And so when you're on that journey, just going into your closet and removing those pieces that no longer align with you, removing those, what I call distractions. It's distraction. I call them distractions because if you go into your closet and you're getting dressed and you're thinking about what you're going to wear to that business meeting that you're going to, that speaking engagement that you have, or that job interview that you're going on, and you're walking into your closet and 85% or 80% of the clothes that's in your closet does not make you feel great in it, and to borrow Marie Kondo's, doesn't bring you joy, right? You don't feel exciting wearing it. It just does not reflect who you are. That's a distraction for you, because when you walk into your closet, all the anxiety and frustration is going to come out in how you're feeling and what you're wearing, and you end up wearing that 20%, which is like four pieces of clothing in your closet that you're just tired wearing, just like, okay, can I get something that refreshes me? So that's the first step, is to really assess your personal style and connect it to who you are right now. Find the pieces is that you're comfortable and exciting and feel exciting to wear, and remove those pieces that are going to be distraction in your closet. The second thing that you need to do, the second step in really in learning how to incorporate your personal style into your routine so that you can increase your confidence, credibility, and impact, is to change your perspective with style. Change your perspective around getting dressed. I'm not sure what's happening today. Like, I'm getting tight-tongued. Maybe I needed some water. I didn't drink water before I got on my call today. So yes. So you have to change your perspective around style, change your perspective around getting dressed. I know as women, I hear this a lot, and it's this idea behind, I should know how to dress, right? Because it's like, oh, I'm a woman. That's something that should come naturally to me. No, it should not. Because no one ever taught us how to actually get dressed for our bodies. No one actually taught you how to do that. If you think about it, from from being in under your parents or your guardian being in control, you were always told what to wear. From an early age to maybe in your corporate life, you were always told what to wear. No one actually gave you the option to decide what you wanted to wear, and taught you how to, like, what colors work best for you, what type of clothing is suitable for your body type, what type of clothing really connects to your personality and helps you express who you are. No one actually taught you that, right? So it's not, don't feel as though, you know, get down on yourself like, oh, I should know how to dress. Like, no one taught you. And that's why I like the work that I do, because I get the opportunity to teach women like you how to define your personal style for you, like removing all those expectation, removing all the lessons that you were told in terms of how to dress. what to wear, how to show up in the corporate spaces that you're in, how to show up, and look professional. If you think about it, you think about what we were told to wear as women, right? Women were told that, we shouldn't wear pants in the workplace, that we needed to wear pantyhose in the workplace. Like, we were told those things. And so that's not who you are, right? At least that's not who I am. I wear pants if I want to. It's not my first preference, but I do wear pants. I don't wear pantyhose. And so you have to learn for yourself how to, one, who you are and how you want to express yourself, and making a decision to be intentional about how you want to show up and how you want to get dressed and what does that look like for you, right? And it's not as difficult as it may seem, because it's like anything. When you're learning something for the first time, it does take practice, and you're not going to get like your personal style and what it is in one go, because you are changing every day. You change, your lifestyle change, your the things that you like change, and your style should evolve and adopt with the person that you are today and the person that you're growing into. But it's important that you have an idea, have a sense of who you are, and have a sense of what you want your personal style is. Because style, when you change your perspective from I should know how to dress, or style is frivolous, it doesn't matter what I wear and doesn't matter how I show up, and to shifting it to more of style is a tool. It's a tool that allows me to, one, express who I am. It's a tool that allows me to connect to who I am as well. And it's a tool that I can use to tell my brand story, right? To When you think about getting dressed for your photo shoots, getting dressed to create content, getting dressed for, to speak on stage. Your image, what you're wearing, is what allows you to connect with your audience. It's what allows your audience to say, oh, pause and look at your website, or be curious to learn a little bit more about you, right? Be curious to know, if you are someone that can help them with, that they want to work with on providing a solution to whatever challenge or problems that they're having, right? And so once you have that shift, once you change your mindset, and you have to be very intentional and very conscious about what are your, like, through what lens are you looking at your style? Is it, are you still within that lens of looking at style coming from that corporate lens, where you're putting this box and you were given this particular narrative? Is that the lens, right? So it's basically shifting your lens from looking at style and how you're showing up from what society is saying that it should look like, what it should look like for you as a professional, and more shifting the lens to you to reflect on yourself in terms of, who am I? How do I want to show up? And what message do I want to send with my style? And that allows you, once you have a clear understanding as to what that is, that allows you to project and reflect your inner confidence on the outside. And once you are reflecting that confidence on the outside, that's how you connect with the opportunities that you're looking for. So that is the second step, is to really change your perspective around getting dressed, around style, and looking at style as a tool that you can use to increase your confidence, a tool that you can use to reflect your personality, to tell your story, and to be able to build the confidence and the credibility that you need to have the impact that you're looking for. And so the third step, when we think about how can you incorporate your personal style in your personal style, in your routine, to be able to increase your confidence, credibility, and impact is this one is super, super like the two that I shared before is important, but this one here is like, yes, this is where it starts, is to know that you are worthy, right? Let me repeat that again. In order to incorporate your personal style into your routine, in order to define what your personal style is, to have it reflect who you are, to have it connected to who you are, you have to know that you are worthy of dressing and feeling good right now, in this moment, in whatever phase or stage you are in your career, business, uh, in terms of an career, your business, and your body type, right? It does not matter where you are right now. Know that you are worthy of dressing and feeling good. Something that I've noticed, I was looking at an interview with, and I'm not sure you're, if anyone, I know is it Tom Brady? I think it was, is the new movie that he has out. It's called 80, some 80 Brady or something like that. And I was looking at the press tours and the interviews that they're doing, and something that I noticed, it had me thinking about, as we get older as women, what's our mindset and how we think about aging, and how we think about, and how is that being reflected in how we show up and what we wear in our personalities. And something that I've noticed is that whenever women are getting older, there's this mindset that, oh, I'm getting older, so we attach getting older with this lesser mindset, and that in itself is wrong, right? We know that ageism is something that companies use to um you know assess, and it's a bias that women face in the workplace in terms of not being able to get opportunities because they're deemed as old. And so for me, it's important that we don't put ourselves in that same category. We don't classify ourselves as old. And I see this happening when it comes to what women wear in their wardrobe, in that it's like, oh, I'm too old for that. Like I passed my prime. I can't wear that sleeveless shirt because, I'm too old for that. No, it's like, no, don't reduce who you are based on your age. Don't put yourself in that box and saying, yeah, I'm too old now, so I need to get that comfortable clothes. It's like, no, no. Who are you right now? How do you want to show up? What feels comfortable to you, not based on on society's narrative that the older you get, that means that you have to shift away from certain things. Like, no. If bold colors is something that you love, it makes you feel vibrant, it makes you feel exciting, it makes you feel great, not because you're getting older in age and experience means that you should stop wearing that. It's like, oh, I'm older now, I don't need to stand out, I don't need to be like, no, you do need to stand out, you do need to be yourself, you do need to feel comfortable and confident being yourself, right? So that's the third step. It's knowing that you are worthy, knowing that you don't have to reduce how you show up and reduce what it means to feel sexy, and what it means to feel vibrant, and what it means to feel confident just because you are getting older. Like, no. I'm not here for that. Like, that's something, if we have the privilege, we all will get older if we have the privilege of aging, but that does not mean that you should reduce who you are. Like, society's already putting us in a box. Do not put yourself in the box. Do not put yourself in a box. Think about, when you think about your personal style and how you want to show up, what does that mean for you? And whatever you decide your personal style is, lean into that. Be more intentional about it. Be more intentional about putting together pieces that really allows you to express who you are, right? Look at, there are other women who are, aging beautifully. We talk about Michelle Obama. We talk about even Oprah. We talk about, I look at Jane Fonda. Like, they're all amazing women, but they have not limit who they are and how they show up, and what they're wearing because they're in their 50s, 60s, and 70s. So, like, no, like, I'm going to be fabulous. I'm going to show up exactly as I am and how I want to feel, and people will connect with you on that, right? Society is wants to tell us, like, oh, you're out of your prime. Like, no, I'm not out of my prime. I am still joyful, happy, vibrant, and blessed to be alive. And I'm going to live my truth, show up exactly the way that I want to be seen, and how I want to express myself in my brand and my business and my career. Right. So that's the thing I want you to take away from today's conversation. If nothing else, take that away from today's conversation. Right. Because in today's world, it's very important that you create a strong image that's reflective of you. You have a style that's reflective of you, because people want to connect with individuals. Even if you have a brand, people want to connect with you. You have to build your personal brand first, right? Your personal brand is what feeds into everything. And the way you show up feeds into who you're connecting with, feeds into the opportunities that you're looking to create, feeds into your story and how you want to tell your story, and shaping the narrative to suit how you want to show up, right? So it's important that you be clear on what is it you want to wear, and as much time as you need to be able to get dressed with intention to reflect who you are, and so that you can show up as the best version of yourself, right? Personal style is very much so personal. It's a reflection of who you are. It's a reflection of your personality. It's a reflection of the way that you want to be seen. Take control of your narrative by simply doing these three things that I mentioned, which is, the first thing is to assess your personal style, decide what it is, how you want to show up, what are the things that you need to be able to feel comfortable and confident wearing, remove those distractions. And two, change your perspective around getting dressed, change your perspective around style. You weren't taught from an early age what to wear. You were told what to wear. And so now is your time to really decide for yourself, what does your style look like and how do you want to express yourself, and using your style as a tool to not only tell your brand story, but being able to connect with the right opportunities and persons that you're looking to connect with. And the third thing is to know that you are worthy. You are worthy of dressing and feeling great in whatever you decide to wear. And what you decide to wear is not and should not be reflected or decided based on your age, based on the environment that you're going into. It's time that women take control of the narrative of how we want to show up and how we want to express ourselves, right? Appropriateness is always important, but the decision in terms of how we show up starts with us choosing to show up and be our authentic self. Now, if after listening to today's conversation, you're like, yes, Alida, I really want to develop my personal style. I really want to connect my personal and professional style, create more balance. But I really don't have the time for that. Like, I don't have the time for it. And I get it. There's some of you that really and truly don't have the time and patience. Like there are things that I don't have the time and patience to do. And so I hire a coach or I hire someone to help me with that because it's not my area of expertise. And that's okay to recognize that creating your personal style and really connecting it to your personality and your professional lifestyle may not be something that you're good at, and that's okay. Deciding that, okay, I need to hire someone is part of your self-care, is part of your personal and professional development. So if you're saying that, okay, I want to work on myself, but I don't have the time to do it, what does it look like working with you, Salida? What does it look like if I want to hire you to do this for me? And so I'm going to give you a couple of ways in which I work with my clients. So there's the wardrobe revision, where we go into your closet, get an assessment as to who you are today. How do you want to show up and how do you want to express yourself? And what do you have in your closet that you really love, so that I can get an idea as to, okay, this is the direction of your style. So we clearly define what your personal style is for you right now. And then we look at what are some of the pieces that are suitable for your body type. Where can we source that? And you will get a virtual, like you get your personalized virtual closet, which I put all the pieces there that you can go ahead and shop at your convenience. You can go ahead, and once you purchase them, you're like, okay, Salida, I purchased this and this pieces, these pieces. Now I go on to creating outfits for you. So you look at your virtual closet, you're going to a conference, you're going to a networking event, you're going to a speaking engagement, and you don't have to think about what to wear because I've already created those outfits for you. And you can just look at it, go into your closet and pull the pieces, and you're good to, yeah, and you're good to go. So it's really about connecting your personality and your style, making it easy for you to get dressed. The second way that I work with my clients is through the wardrobe, which I call the style starter. That's for individuals who are like, okay, I don't have a clue how to dress my body type. I don't have a clue what my personal style is. And I just want like a jump start to knowing what my personal style is, knowing how to dress my body type, and knowing how to connect my personal and professional style together. And I call it a style starter package for a reason, because it's the foundation of personal style. It's the foundation of you getting dressed. Now, if any of this sounds like, okay, yes, I'm interested, I want to learn more, I do have a few spots open for this month. To connect with me, first thing you have to do is to schedule a consult so we can discuss your goals and, of course, find the best way that I can support you through your personal style journey. So if you're on LinkedIn, it is the link in my bio which says let's set your style goals. Click on that link and it will take you directly to my schedule, and you just choose your time and date that works best for you. If you're watching the replay after this, you can, and maybe you're not on LinkedIn and it's on my YouTube channel, you can go directly to my website, which is styletoimpact.com, and you click on book a call. And then, of course, it will take you to my scheduler, and that's where you choose a time and date. As I said, I do have a couple of spots open for both wardrobe revision and the style starter package. So if you're interested, I definitely encourage you to do that. Thank you very much for joining me. If we aren't connected as yet, I encourage you to click that connect button here on LinkedIn on my profile so that we can connect. Send me a message if you have any questions based on today's conversation or anything around style. Then, of course, send me a message. Until next time, remember that representation is not just being in the room, it's not just having a seat at the table, but it's also how you show up. Have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye.